Hi and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto, and today guys we are taking a cheeky look at Stellar and XLM. We have some fantastic news that's just cropped up with I don't know how to put it, Chris, but a fantastic upgrade, I guess, to an ecosystem. We're going to get into some of that, see what is going on there, and then straight away after that we're going to get into the XLM charts, see what the XLM price is like today. Obviously it's been a bit of a retracement as we record this video, so we'll get into some of that, see what might be on the horizon for the XLM token. And as always, if you find this useful, informative, do go ahead and smash that like button for Chris. He really does appreciate it, and as do I. And if you're new to the channel and not yet subscribed, do go ahead and subscribe. By subscribing, you will be kept up to date with all the videos and live streams that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. And Chris, I know this is not a Cardano video, but I do feel that it's important to kind of talk a little bit about the ADA pool that we have set up. So if you are a holder of the ADA token, you can now delegate that into the Cheeky Crypto pool. This is fresh. It's only about a few days old. So it's a fantastic opportunity to delegate with us and mint blocks with us in our Cheeky Crypto Cardano pool. And the ticker for that is Cheek. So do check that out via the Deadliest wallet or the URI wallet. Right, Chris, with all that said, shall we jump on over to this fantastic XLM Stellar news?
Yeah, I can't wait to get into this one, Nick. I've been saying it's been quiet for a little while, and you know what happens when I say it's quiet.
Absolutely, you start to hear things.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So Stellar XLM invests big in 𝗗𝗀 with $5 million ecosystem upgrade, right? So in brief, this document, this article tells us about the Stellar Development Foundation and that they have invested $5 million in blockchain payments company 𝗗𝗀. The move will introduce more fiat on and off ramps to applications within the Stellar ecosystem. This is likely to increase the growth of one of the cryptocurrency's biggest movers in Q1 of 2021. So let's take a look at this in a little bit more detail. So, the SDF, the Stellar Development Fund, has... it's actually foundation, but fund, we'll go with that, that'll be fine. Has opened its pocketbook, if you will, to pour $5 million into 𝗗𝗀, a popular crypto payments API company, right? So this move comes on the heels of Stellar's XLM cryptocurrency outperforming many of its peers at the start of 2021. And I think a lot of us would remember the price when it reached up to 44 cents on the 6th of January, which was a fantastic time to see XLM finally, getting some traction behind it. And that was more than doubling, its starting position at the point of the year. So fantastic move back then. And obviously in the weeks that passed, it has pulled back a little bit, and now we see it in the 20s. Which is where it remains even at this point of recording the video. And we'll get into the price charts after this article so we can see exactly what's going on with the XLM token. But analysts are excited about the project's prospects in 2021, and so am I, Chris. No, I'm no longer an analyst, but my analytical brain is still there, and I'm absolutely stoked for what is in store for Stellar during 2021. So with traditional finance taking more steps towards crypto and the industry enjoying a massive success in 2020, XLM may be one of the projects best poised to take off. Bringing 𝗗𝗀 into the ecosystem appears to be the means of broadening the payment system's offering, which is absolutely fantastic. Here's the tweet from Stellar themselves, right? So we're starting 2021 strong with our 5th enterprise fund investment in 𝗬, a leading blockchain payments company. The industry-leading payment APIs, 𝗗𝗀 will empower Stellar businesses to expand existing payments corridors and to develop new ones. So do check that out if you're interested. Head over to Twitter and go ahead and find Stellar there, and you'll get a little bit more information on that. But USDC, right? This is the big stablecoin that is coming to Stellar, right? And this is coming in Q1. So 𝗗𝗀 has processed over $5 billion in transfers since its launch in 2013. By implementing its technology, Stellar hopes to expand the crypto to fiat on-ramp it offers, right? So fantastic. And obviously, this includes pairings for the USD, the Great British Pound, the Canadian dollar, the Australian dollar, and the euro. So the USD coin, or USDC as we all know it, right? One of the biggest digital dollar stablecoins on the market. it's basically slated to debut on the network very shortly. This is Q1, obviously, and Wire will simplify the onboarding process by eliminating the need for additional app integrations in the Stellar ecosystem. So commenting on the investment, the SDF CEO and Executive Director Dsniel Dixon said, and we love Dsniel Dixon, she does a fantastic job.
Does.
So here's the quote, right? So growing the network of Stellar anchors, stablecoin issuers, and on and off ramps, it's fundamental to how Stellar connects global financial systems with blockchain technology. Simplifying expansion and development of the Stellar on Stellar moves us closer to our goals of creating equitable access to the global financial system. This is the project's second high-profile partnership of 2021. This basically follows Bitbond and the German bank, which I will just abbreviate down to BVDH. And that was all about the launch of the EURO-B, a euro-backed stablecoin on the network, right? So absolutely fantastic. Bitbond was fantastic. The Bankhurst von der Hoyt, if I can say that right, EURO-B, as we spoke about before, and we covered both of those on this channel, and it's fantastic to see another one so soon, as we are still in January at this point. So building new on and off ramps for Stellar's ecosystem. The Stellar Foundation controls the projects and is a non-profit corporation that has sought to build its service into the world's premier intermediary for crypto fiat transactions. And since its launch back in 2015, it has processed over 450 million transactions. And by bringing Wire on board, Stellar should significantly increase its processing capabilities and the number of options it offers to its clients. And this is just fantastic news, Chris. As you said before, right, this is something that we've been waiting on. When it goes quiet with Stellar, there's something bubbling in the background.
Yeah, they're always working really hard, and I think it is probably just a coincidence, but whenever I say it's quiet, what happens the very next day? And it was only last night's live stream I was saying it seems a bit quiet, and then we wake up and plenty of news.
Fantastic. Right, so let's get into this, right? So the XLM to the USD, this is currently the daily chart, and we can see obviously a few things, right? We have our two big red lines that you can see here on the chart, right? I guess above our Fibonacci. We can see a red line here. This is the 27.2 cent. Then we have a top level here. This one comes in at 32.4 cents, okay? And we were trading inside this zone for quite some time, okay, a few days. And then we had the Bitcoin correction, if you will, and it brought us below our basically our 27.2 cent. That became resistance we were unable to get back into. We were then bouncing between that level and a support at 26.1. That's been broken today. We've come down from there. So as I zoom on in here, you can see what we mean, right? We were bouncing up here. We were holding this resistance. It was very, very strong. The wicks were going in, but we were unable to close above it. We obviously had the support level down here, but that got broken today, and we've come down. Now, obviously, we have come up a little bit, back in line with these bodies of these wicks here, right? Of these particular candles. The wicks for these came much lower. So if we can close within this range, I think we're going to be okay. It's if we close down here, it could be a problem. Now, the Bollinger Bands that you can see here as well, they're getting narrower, okay, and obviously the wick has proceeded to come down and touch that line, but it's very, very okay at this point on the daily. We want to see if this can push back up and get into that comfortable zone again. Ultimately, we want to get back into these this channel that we were trading in before we can start to really consider moving on out. But let's see how we progress, right? So let's take a look, Chris, at the 4-hourly version of this chart and see if it changes any. So here we can see obviously that breakdown, and we're still within our Bollinger Bands, but barely. And we have had a green candle here in the last 4 hours. Now, if we have a look, we can see that cross happening on the MACD. So that was the bearish move there. But also, we are relatively low here, just below 40 on our RSI. So, it's not oversold, but it's close to getting into that zone if it ever drops below 30. So let's throw this onto our hourly view. For one last quick look here, we can see a real tightening of these bands, and that's definitely not helping in this particular situation, right? The bands were getting very, very tight. We had the negative cross on the MACD. and then it really pulled down. Now, what we can do is we can see that we actually entered this zone down here. This was the oversold status. And then we kind of tried to get a bit of a pumping up, but unfortunately didn't really stick. We did have a positive cross here, and that really did help bring us back up into this zone here. So we are currently about 45 on the RSI chart, but even with that, we are still, trading a bit sideways here at the moment. The volumes on this hourly chart are very, very level. They're not exactly indicating much movement, nothing quite like we've seen over here. So very, very flat from that perspective. Now, if I pull this back into our daily, now we have a little bit of context to see what's been going on. We were oversold a little bit, that pulled it back up. And at the moment on this daily, we're about midway through, 45 on the hourly and 50 on the daily. So that's okay. Our MACD on the hourly is in a positive position, but on our daily, it's not in a positive position yet. So we'll have to watch that one. So we could see a bit more of an upside. Ideally, we would like to close above this line here, this 26.1. If we can close above there, then we'll be okay to potentially still trade on and have another attempt at pushing past that 27.2. If we cannot get a closed candle above 26.1, then potentially could expect us to come down as low as 22.8 maybe to retest this area here. But I think that's a little bit off. Let's see how things progress in the next few hours, whether or not this thing's going to potentially go up or get in a close within this area and then move our way up. Otherwise, we might be in a bearish situation, Chris, where we can see ourselves coming back down on a correction, testing the former high level of our Fibonacci. This was the candle here, which was on the 25th of November. 22.9 is the level that we might be looking for to come down to that zone before potentially bouncing on up again. So all to play for. Nothing is, I guess, too damaging at this point. The volumes are pretty low, so a lot to play for. A bit of positive volume could really switch this thing around very quickly. Anything you want to add, Chris, to price or charts, or even just general fantastic news for XLM?
No. Nothing to add. My favourite word. No, look, Nick, you do a fantastic job, right? When they can't add nothing, you can't add nothing.
Fantastic. So guys, if you have enjoyed today's video, found it a little bit entertaining, maybe a little bit informative, do go ahead and smash that like button. Chris really does appreciate it, and so do I. And if by chance you are new to the channel and not yet subscribed, do go ahead and subscribe. By subscribing, you will be kept up to date with all the videos and live streams that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. And of course, do not forget that if you are an ADA holder, you can delegate to our Cheeky Crypto delegation pool or staking pool, and the ticker for that is called Cheek. So do check that out on the Uri or the Deadliest wallet. And with all that said and done, we hope you have a fantastic day, guys, and we'll catch you all in the next one.
Yeah, take care.